next take.
I'll wait until y'all are done. Were you about to kiss me? Nobody knows we're together.
They do now.
Not on my channel. Oh, do they? Because I'm the editor, so. Hello everyone, Anita here, and today I am here with Alisinchainmail and
Steven, not chainmail. Sorry.
Today we're going to be watching something that Ali doesn't know about, but I have discussed it with Steven. Ali, there's this amazing thing online that I really want to tell you about.
Does it involve penguins?
No, it involves Tommy Wiseau. Did you know that he has a channel on
YouTube channel?
Yes. Tommy
explains it all. Is it like Clarissa explains it all? But like Tommy Wiseau. Oh my god, what vampire wisdom awaits!
Okay, I don't know how it only has 8,000 subs.
4 years ago.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel that we are about to watch a video on and talk about. Some of you may not know, Tommy Wiseau is actually the director, writer, actor in this wonderful movie called The Room. Highly recommended, best movie of its time, definitely.
Of the early 2000s.
Yes.
This is the best film of our generation.
Just watch it, it's amazing. So there's a movie called The Disaster Artist, and the movie is about the making of The Room. It's out now, so watch that because it's probably gonna win some stuff. So that's basically, this is who we're watching. Some of you guys already have seen The Disaster Artist and know everything about The Room and know Tommy Wiseau and his character. We actually have come to the conclusion that Tommy Wiseau is an actual vampire.
I think he's really a vampire, and he's just been outcasted from the actual vampire community.
Everybody betray me. I don't have a friend in the world.
Anyway, how is your sex life?
Because he like doesn't age, and it's just super weird. Like, where did he get all of this money that he has? And why does nobody know where he came from? And like, why does he say he's from New Orleans and yet not have a New Orleans accent?
Like vampire capital of the world.
Exactly.
You know? We're gonna plug in our headphones, right? And then we're gonna like watch one of these Vampire Explains It All videos.
You need to tell yourself what videos. I've never seen
So
how
this just happened. We're gonna have to find a new seating arrangement here.
And cut to new seating arrangement.
Right, yeah.
Oh my god.
So we're back after that disaster, and we've all been drinking apple juice.
Yes.
All of the apple juice, because that took us quite a while. Thank you to Ali for helping me adjust all of my life.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
All right, let's headphone this and see what Tommy explains to us.
This is gonna be a series.
Beverage yourself, and let's get into this video, shall we?
Get it.
Tommy Explains It All.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school.
Is success a state of mind?
Absolutely. Success is a state of mind because it's go directly to your brain. I would say before success is sacrifice,
to your brain.
meaning from your life. You know, if you want to, let's assume, buy a car and you have to sacrifice sweating to make money to pay for it, for example. Or even if somebody give you money for it, you still have to physically go get the car or buy it or whatever you want to do.
I mean, yes, that's part of it.
And then you have a choice is what kind of car you want.
Yeah.
If you are successful, you buy the car. Well, sometimes yes, sometimes not. It's all depends how you define the success. I believe very strongly if something is original, could be similar to other project, but it's yours. It's from your heart.
He basically just said you could copy it as long as it's from the heart.
Maybe during your life or after you die, I don't know.
What I've realized with this is there are clues to him not understanding the concept of death because he has never died before. He's been reborn as a vampire, but he's like, say after you die, you know? you might become famous.
That's a good point.
He died already.
We got you, Tommy.
He
We know
already
the secret, okay? We know. Please be my friend. I love vampires.
I don't have a per se formula.
Vampire.
But the original works is always much more, I would say, valuable. Instead, people copy. Like, in case The Room, people try to copy The Room, and I'm just laughing. It just doesn't work. You cannot just, you can do the
People want
research.
to be
That's
successful,
cool.
then
You
they
know,
will
like I'm
copy.
doing, for example, for my new movie or whatever, you know, and I study psychology.
Yeah, no.
Psychology is very
He studied
important.
psychology.
Yeah.
But again, you don't want to be shrink. That's another thing. Happiness equals success. Success
Don't
is
dig
equal
on it.
happiness. It's given, actually.
I like how we can see
Why
the
people
camera
you
in
know, drink a lot, for example.
Oh, drinking.
Are they
Cheers.
successful because they drink? Well, it's all different choices. You may be. You like to be tipsy, maybe.
Yeah.
It's up to you. It's your choice. So maybe that's your happiness when you have a little drink or you smoke
Oh, I'm
cigar
stuck in
or
my
a
hair.
cigarette or whatever you do. You know, or make a love to girl, guy, whatever. Whatever your preference.
Yeah.
You know, today's society, I would say, to make any movies, if you want to be a filmmaker or an actor,
Make your
it's
own
much
movie.
easier than 100 years ago. You have more resources. You can buy a little
We didn't have a
camera
movie industry.
and you can make movies if you want.
100 years
It
ago
doesn't
when they
mean that
first
it's
Started in the
invented
20s.
100
That's
years
another
ago is
thing,
nothing
you
to
know.
a vampire.
We all want to be successful. And don't quit your job. That's
Aw.
another thing. If somebody offers you a job, don't quit it. Unless you want to quit it, but give a notice. You know.
What about
Give it.
I said
Give a
this
notice.
before, and many people in the room, you know, quit or they got fired, whatever.
Oh,
and
whatever.
sometimes they did not give us notice. After 8 years, come to us and say, "Can we have a credit?" Well, I'm sorry, you cannot have a credit.
That's really good advice because
Is
they
it
say
though?
no, it is because like they don't like you can't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what he's saying. Like don't quit your job, keep the flow of your job going and try something that you're really passionate about. You know what I mean? Try it. If it's not successful, you still have your job. So I think that is pretty good advice. You know?
Do you think he regrets spending $6 million on the room?
Maybe when it first came out, but not now. The disaster artist, he's going to be getting like, you know, residuals from that, I'm sure,
Do you
because
think?
they had to buy his life rights.
And he was in it as well.
Yeah, he was in
So
it
he's
also.
got those residuals
Wait,
coming
him?
to him too. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
at the
like
very
the
end.
man.
Life rights.
I thought it was actually kind of adorable that he kept the room in theaters for 2 weeks so he could try to get nominated for an Academy Award.
I thought
that was kind of cute.
Wait, like back in the day?
Back in
Yeah.
the day,
Yeah.
he
kept
paid for
in-
it to be in theaters for 2 weeks so he could be eligible for an Academy Award.
I know. I love that.
Because you already screw up, you know. And this is again, it's like to respect, you know. So let's say you work for someone and maybe you don't like this particular person. There's nothing wrong to
Being a
give a
dick.
notice 3 days.
He's allowed to.
Have a-
This time he
you
wants
know,
it.
He caused people to walk off his set because of how bad he treated them. And then like finally when it's achieving success, oh, now you want credit? Oh, sorry. Like,
They may have done something to Tommy that we don't know
I
behind
don't-
the scenes.
you know, they
Might have.
probably just passed out on set because he wouldn't
Yeah.
give them food and water, honestly. First of all, they went over in the amount of time they were supposed to film.
How long
Second
did
of all,
film?
they filmed on 2 cameras. They
Yeah.
filmed on film
that's right.
and digital side by
Yeah.
side. They basically had double the camera crew. And they didn't even make this shit 3D.
I like that look.
3
you know, the
days, 3 days
expression,
notice.
don't burn your bridges. So, you know, we always have,
That's
sometimes we define in society success that this is because we value based on the money, but that's not always. You don't need the money to be successful. It will help.
So I'm just gonna say this because I am a Tommy Wiseau fan. I think he's a passionate artist. I really do. And I know that people like that are very eccentric. He looks at the world in just a totally different way than everybody else does, you know? And I would have a really good conversation with this man if I ever met him. Like,
I think he's just a vampire.
I think he's a vampire on
Yeah.
the spectrum.
Well,
I do think it's great that he goes after what he wants.
I do too.
That's a really positive attribute, I think. It also helps that he has millions of dollars to do it. But
Because he's a vampire and he's had time to collect it over all the centuries.
you're right. I mean, he's an eccentric artist, you know, for sure. It seems like he has a kind heart.
I met Tommy Wiseau.
You
Really?
met Tommy? Oh,
Yeah.
you did. You were
On my
joking about
graduation
the
night.
underwear thing?
I have his panties. I met him before. Alamo
Nice.
is very much about cult movie experiences.
Yeah.
And so they would show the room quite frequently and tour, like Tommy Wiseau would come to like multiple locations on multiple occasions. And on my graduation night, this is weird, and on my graduation night, I was like doing karaoke at one of the places in Austin and I walk out drunk with my family and I was like, oh my God, Tommy Wiseau right here. And he was like, hey! And I was like, hey! It's like
Calvin Klein underwear with Tommy Wiseau. He was like, ooh, Calvin Klein, you do something right. And he'd take it and he puts like yellow, highlighter yellow like band on it and like blue. And yes, electric blue. And then it has his name in big bold letters on it, Tommy Wiseau.
This is why I love Tommy. He's just eccentric, and that is such a bizarre thing to sell just randomly at your screenings, you know? Tommy, if you ever happen to find the dark corner of the internet where this channel exists,
oh my god, he's gonna come on here now.
Please come on my channel. I mean, really would love to meet you and just have you on because I adore you.
He big time SAG now.
Oh no, he's an artist. He understands, you know, the little people. I think still. I think he, you know, I feel like we'd have a connection. I feel like we could be friends, you know? Let's dig it in. I am in Los Angeles, Tommy. I know you live in California. This is my Twitter here. So, you know, just tweet at me.
I like him a lot.
I don't think that people need to be perfect specimens, and I think that we can all be jerks in our own ways. So I don't really like heavily invest in not liking someone because they make mistakes in life, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we don't know people's personal journeys, you know? And if we did and we gave perspective to that, then maybe we understand why they behave the way they behave, you know? Doesn't make it right, but I do things that aren't right all the time. So that's gonna do it for this video. Thank y'all so much for coming on my channel, Grove Hug here. And Allie, where can they find you online?
YouTube, and Instagram, and Etsy, and a lot of other things under Alisinchainmail.
Steven, where can they find you online?
At the SMTSound everywhere.
I don't know what's happening, but thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do something with the button and click the notification bell. And I love you a lot. See you later, Stargazer. Bye! We die still? Yes. I love you, Tommy.
I have to sell this channel.
You ready? That was perfect.